game. And Carly Hart, a junior, averages 8 points per game, and the lone senior, Aaron Rust, tosses in 6.5 points per game. Haddon Township was hurt, especially with its depth. A couple of weeks ago, one of their key players, Lindsay Getzinger, tore her ACL, and she had been averaging about 9 points per game for Haddon Township at the time she was injured. For Wildwood, of course, it all starts with the McCracken sisters. Mackenzie's a senior. She averages 24.8 points and 8 rebounds a game. And Maddie, a sophomore, 16.4 points, 4.1 assists per game. She also has 62 steals for the season. And they also get a good contribution from Tracy Young, just under 6 points per game, but the team's leading rebounder at 8.8 per game. Haddon Township comes in at 21-7. They are the co-champions of their division with Haddon Heights within the Colonial Conference. Wildwood finished second in the Tri-County Classic Division to Gloucester Catholic. So teams are out on the floor warming up, and if you are available to get to a computer, or you can watch it on your smartphone, go to Matt OCNJ on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch a live broadcast, live video stream of this game. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with more of the pregame South Jersey High School Basketball Group 1 Championship game. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Wildwood High School, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotten, and it's Wildwood and Haddon Township South Jersey Group 1 Girls Championship game. And here are your starters for both teams. First for Haddon Township, they come into this contest at 21-7. They are coached by Tom Mulligan. They will wear their away garnet red trimmed in white and gray. And the starters will go with 3 guards, Aaron Rust, the senior, 2 juniors, and Carly Hart and Grace Marshall in the backcourt. The forwards are sophomore Madison Bradley and junior Lindsay Roach. For Wildwood, in the backcourt, it's sophomore Maddie McCracken, junior Michelle Lugo. Jen Collins, a senior, plays a swing position. The forwards are senior Mackenzie McCracken and Tracy Young. Wildwood wearing the home whites, trimmed in maroon. They come into the game at 23-4. So this place is absolutely mobbed. And again, if you're in the area, don't bother trying to come if you don't have a ticket. It was all done by a pre-sale. Listen to us here on the coast. Watch the video brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance. Go to MattOCNJ for the link. And just sit back and enjoy this basketball game. South Jersey Group 1 Championship Contest. They are about to play the national anthem here in the Warrior Gymnasium. So we will take a 2-minute timeout, step aside. We'll come back with the opening tip. South Jersey Group 1 Girls Championship game live on 98.7 The Coast, WCZT.
Good subject violator to rejection and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps as we welcome Miss Jen Bowling, Wildwood High School graduate and 2002 girls basketball state champion, as she sings our national anthem.
Back at Wildwood High School, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotten, Haddon Township, and Wildwood in the South Jersey Group 1 Girls Championship game. And we are about set to go. Another stirring rendition of the national anthem by Wildwood High School alum and state champion basketball player Jen Bowling. And buddy, Jen Bowling has become sort of the Kate Smith for this Wildwood girls basketball team. She sang the anthem for the first playoff game. They won. They kept asking her to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Jen would appreciate it more if we compared her to Lauren Hart.
That's true. That is true. All right, so the winner of this game will play in the state semifinal game on Thursday at 4 o'clock at Deptford High School. So kind of an early start. If Wildwood wins it, of course we will bring it to you live on 98.7 The Coast. And they'll play the winner of a game being played today between Shore Regional and Boundbrook for the Central Jersey Championship team. And you want to talk about Cinderella stories, buddy. Shore Regional has made the Central Jersey title game as a number 14 seed. They're 10-19. They've gotten hot at the right time, but they faced a tall task. Boundbrook went into the state playoffs as the number 1 ranked Group 1 team in the state. So the winner of that game will play the winner of this game between Wildwood and Haddon Township. 3-man officiating crew for the game. It's Patrick Up the Grove, Angelo Schialfa, and Steve Really Big Game Selby.
And, you know, and Brian, that's what makes the second season, you know, so to speak, is what we call the state playoffs. If you get into the state tournament, you're one of the lucky 16, anything can happen. And with a 14 seed can kind of turn their, well, not kind of, when can turn their season around and make it all the way to a championship game. I mean, that says, that's a little Cinderella story, absolutely.
No Cinderella's here. Haddon Township's the 3rd seed, Wildwood's the 1. If you're watching on video, Haddon Township is wearing red. Wildwood is in white. And Wildwood, the home team, will move from right to left. Here from our broadcast location here at Center Court. It's Roach for Haddon Township, Young for Wildwood. The tip is controlled by Haddon Township. They pick it up in the backcourt. And bringing it up is the leading scorer, Grace Marshall. Wildwood comes out in a 3-2 zone. Marshall in the corner, 3-ball on the way. It's an air ball, and the rebound goes off of Wildwood and out of bounds, however. The first possession of the game, Haddon Township inbounding. Here's Marshall. Goes back out to Bradley. In the corner to Hart. Carly Hart walks it back out. And now it's Marshall. Marshall bounces over. Baseline drive into the post. Ball fake. Kicked out. Hart along the baseline. Passes in the post. Layup is good. Madison Bradley laid it up and in.
Great ball movement that time by Haddon
Mackenzie
Township.
McCracken has it stolen away. It's loose. Now it goes off of a Haddon Township player's foot and out of bounds. And Wildwood will have it. McCracken throws it in the backcourt to her sister Maddie. Working against Marshall. Haddon Township in straight man-to-man here. Young, a 17-footer, short. Mac McCracken follows, and her layup is good. We're tied at 2. Here's Grace Marshall. It's so loud in here, Haddon Township is using signs to call out their plays. Here's Marshall in the corner, dropping the pass, and out of bounds was Carly Hart. Mackenzie McCracken got out in the passing lane, and I think Hart was bothered by that, dropped the pass.
Well, Mackenzie McCracken did enough by waving her hand to get
Collins, kind of a lazy pass there to Maddie McCracken, almost turned it over. Right side to Tracy Young. Puts the ball on the floor, steps in, 16-footer, off the rim, no good. Rebound to Haddon Township. Grace Marshall with the basketball for the Garnets. Goes left side to Aaron Rust. Marshall with it. Holding against this zone by Wildwood. Marshall, a deep 3, off the iron, no good. Rebounds loose, and it bounces all the way back out to Haddon Township's Carly Hart, who will reset the offense. Hart steps in. Marshall, another deep 3, in and out. Rebound Tracy Young. And Wildwood has it trying to push. Maddie McCracken up to McKenzie, into the lane, and she lost it. Good defense by Haddon Township down there.
Yeah, Haddon Township did a great job getting back defensively, taking that opportunity away.
Here's Hart in the corner, steps in, 17-footers and air ball. Mac McCracken the rebound, trying to push, lost it, stolen away, and a foul on Mackenzie McCracken. And, you know, we've seen this, buddy, with this Wildwood team, you know, and especially as you go further in the tournament, you cannot dribble through double teams.
And that's the 3rd turnover. 5:16 to play here in the first quarter. And the Lady Warriors have turned it over 3 times already.
Roach to Marshall. Marshall driving, floater off the glass, and it's good. 4-2 Haddon Township. Maddie McCracken goes to Mackenzie McCracken, top of the key. Like around Jen Collins' screen, goes over to Lugo. Lugo for three, no good long. Tracy Young tracks down the rebound for Wildwood. Goes to Maddie McCracken, steps back, three ball, short. Long rebound comes out to Bradley. And here we go again, another poor shooting effort to start a game for Wildwood.
And again, too, Brian, we saw it last night with Middle Township, the Lady Panthers. You cannot, at this level, when you get this deep, come out that cold offensively.
Here's a steal. Steal by Mackenzie McCracken. Pushing the ball in the paint, layup is good. That time she had composure against some pressure and laid it up and in.
And that time, yes, and she took a lot of contact. It was not worthy of a foul, but McCracken goes up strong and finishes.
Here's Rust. Swung over to Marshall now in front of the Wildwood bench. Pass stolen? No. McCracken couldn't stay in bounds, but good defense by Mackenzie McCracken.
4:02 to play, first quarter. South Jersey Group 1 championship action. It is Wildwood 4, Haddon Township 4.
Hawks with the basketball. We're tied at 4, as Buddy said. Here's a tip and a steal. Maddie McCracken has it. Got it up to Michelle Lugo, and her layup is good. 6-4, Wildwood's first lead.
And those are the types of easy baskets Wildwood has to make sure when they get them, they convert them.
Hart fakes, swings it over to Rust. Rust between the circles, guarded by Maddie McCracken. Rust kicks out. Marshall, a deep three, off the iron, no good. Long rebound, loose on the floor, and coming out of there with it was Rust, and they call her for a travel for rolling over. And I think Wildwood got away with a foul. Tracy Young went diving in there pretty hard. And that's a break for Wildwood. They lead 6-4, 3:15 to go first quarter. McCracken holds. Wildwood bidding for its first South Jersey championship since 2008. Jen Collins left side, back to Lugo. In the corner, Mackenzie McCracken, floater, baseline, no good. Rebound kept alive momentarily by Wildwood, but then bringing it out of there is Carly Hart. Brings it up the right side. Back to Marshall. Marshall, now it's down in the post. Kicked out. Marshall straightaway three, in and out. Rebound brought down by Haddon Township. That layup is missed, and we have a rebound off of Wildwood and out of bounds. Roach missed the layup underneath. Haddon Township 2 inbound. Having some trouble, it's a 5-second violation.
Wildwood doing a good job defensively, really closing down on Haddon Township.
Here's Maddie McCracken with the ball. Wildwood a 6-4 lead. Mackenzie along the baseline. Takes a bump, spins, jump hook is short. Rebound brought down by Roach. And hands off to Grace Marshall.
That last turnover was the 5th against the Hawks here in the first quarter. 2:15 to play in period number 1. Wildwood on top, 6-4.
Marshall with it against Michelle Lugo. Kicks out, swung in the corner. On the floor is Marshall. Lobs it out to Rust. High post pass to Roach. Kicked out to Rust. Rust for three. That's no good. Rebound Mackenzie McCracken. And now Maddie has it center of the floor looking to run. Up the left side. Backs it away. Crossover dribble. Drives. No good on the shot. Mackenzie McCracken follows and she is fouled.
And again, that's what Wildwood does. Maddie McCracken driving to the basket, comes up a little short, but her older sister, Mac, was there to clean it up. That foul is going to be on Lindsay Roach. That's her first team foul against the Hawks.
First free throw by Mackenzie McCracken is good. Tatiana Alston checks into the game for the first time for Wildwood, replacing Jen Collins. Here's Mackenzie McCracken's second free throw. That one's also good. She's got 6 of Wildwood's 8. They lead at 8-4. Here's Grace Marshall against some pressure by Wildwood. Brings the ball up the floor, down the center of the lane, lost it. Tracy Young got it to Maddie McCracken. Up to McKenzie, layup, got it. Wildwood 10, Haddon Township 4. Timeout Hawks. 1:26 to go, first quarter. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Wildwood, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotten. 1:26 to go, first quarter. Wildwood has scored the last 8 points to take a 10-4 lead, causing Haddon Township to call timeout. High school basketball on the Coast brought to you by the Val Harbor, a proud sponsor of high school sports. If you haven't done so already, it's time to plan your summer vacation at Val Harbor Hotels in Wildwood Crest. Make your reservation today at 609-522-3343 and discover special packages at ValHarborHotels.com. Reef Family Pharmacy, a full-service pharmacy located at 804 Route 9 South in Cape May Courthouse. They've been serving the local community since 2009, and their two pharmacists have a combined 47 years of experience. Haddon Township calls the timeout. They trail at 10-4, and now here's Grace Marshall to walk it up for the Hawks. Goes right side, baseline drive is shut off. Pass stolen away by Tracy Young. Young got it to Mac McCracken. Center of the floor. Holding, hands off to her sister Maddie. Maddie left side, backs away. Holds the dribble, flips over to Tracy Young in the corner. Young, 17-foot jumper off the back of the rim. Rebound brought down by Haddon Township. Inside a minute to go in the quarter. They pass in the post. A high post pass goes too far, but it's tracked down by Carly Hart. Haddon Township resets. And Wildwood now is in man-to-man here. Here's Marshall against Lugo. Marshall spins, goes right side to Hart. Hart, a baseline drive, layup is good.
And good patience that time by the Hawks.
And not very good help by Alston. She needed to leave her girl and stop that drive, and she didn't. Here's Mackenzie McCracken, 17 seconds to go in the period. Right side to Young. Young holding. Still holding. Fires a jumper, knocked it down.
And I'll tell you what, Brian,
here's Haddon Township pushing. 4 seconds to go in the period. Long three on the way is no good as the buzzer sounds. 12-6, Wildwood leads after one. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Wildwood, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotten, 12-6. Wildwood leads it over Haddon Township at the end of the first quarter. And Wildwood trailed at 4-2. They have a 10-2 run to close the first quarter.
And Brian, you know, we talk about this all the time, but as we have seen in multiple playoff games that we have covered, the deeper teams go, the less they can afford a slow start. It was what killed Middle Township last night.
Yep.
They came out with a horrific start, were unable to recover. They were able to recover against Sterling on Friday night, but not last night. Tonight, that could not have been a better drawn-up game plan for Coach Dave Triano for his Lady Warriors to come out and really work the ball well offensively. Tracy Young shot 1 for 4, but her first 3 misses were all good shots.
Yes.
And I would take those shots because they gave them opportunities for offensive rebounds.
Maddie McCracken in the backcourt, flips it up to Young on the left side. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie drives, stops, goes to Young. 16-foot jumper, off the iron, no good. Rebound taken by Haddon Township. It was Shannon Walsh who just checked into the game. Here's Carly Hart. Hart lobs it over to Rust. Rust holding. Rust bounces it over. Hart drives to the basket. Layup is good.
And again, Carly Hart, the junior, showing if no one's going to come over and help side defense, she finds a seam. She's going hard to the rack.
Speaking of going hard, Mackenzie McCracken did just that and got held in the paint by Grace Marshall. Wildwood will have possession underneath.
And Grace Marshall, the junior for the Hawks, she picks up her first, team's second.
Inbounding is Maddie McCracken. Lobbed it in to Young. Young in the post to the basket. The little floater is good. Tracy Young with 4 points. Wildwood back up 6 at 14-8.
And a nice post-entry pass on an out-of-bounds play by Maddie McCracken. And Tracy Young did the rest.
Marshall holding against Lugo. Marshall goes over to Hart. Hart, a deep three. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound comes down to Marshall. Now it's Rust. Swings it over to Hart. Hart, high post pass, tipped. Stolen away by Mac McCracken. Lobs it ahead to Maddie. Her layup is good.
And Wildwood again doing a good job tonight, Brian. When they have an opportunity to run in transition off of turnovers, they are converting.
Here's a three on the way for Haddon Township. That's off the rim. Rebound Tatiana Alston. Wildwood by 8, 6:20 to go first quarter. Maddie McCracken in the lane, takes a bump, lobs a pass, and that's a bad one, and she threw it away. Stolen by Shannon Walsh.
The off balance.
Here's Grace Marshall. Swings it over left side to Hart. In the corner, three ball, short. Rebound Alston. Hands it off to Maddie McCracken. Maddie McCracken to the middle. Backs away, goes to McKenzie. On the floor, floater off the glass and got it.
And right there, the senior shows great body control. And yes, Haddon Township needs another timeout.
18-8 Wildwood, 5:51 to go second quarter. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Wildwood, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, 5:50 to go second quarter. The Lady Warriors lead Haddon Township 18-8 in this South Jersey Group 1 championship game. And Mackenzie McCracken has 12 points already for Wildwood.
And I'll tell you what, Brian, right now, it's coming down to the Wildwood with Mackenzie McCracken, Maddie McCracken, Tracy Young. It's their athleticism that's very hard for Haddon Township to contend with. That last basket by Mac McCracken, she showed how graceful she can be going to the rack by avoiding contact and finishing.
Grace Marshall will walk it up for Haddon Township. They trail by 10. Left side to Hart. This Haddon Township team can shoot. I mean, they're due to make shots. I wouldn't expect Wildwood to run away with this at all. Here's Hart. Hart goes back to Rust, but certainly it's been a good start for the Lady Warriors. Rust goes over to Hart. Hart for three, short, rebound Jen Collins. Bounces and nearly threw it away, but now Maddie McCracken has it. Across the division line. Backs away, goes to McKenzie, fires a three, short, rebound Alston, but she missed it. And Carly Hart has the rebound for Haddon Township. Alston was at a bad angle. She would have done well to bring that out. Wide open three. That spins out. Rebound Mac McCracken. And now we're going to have a jump ball. Possession to Haddon Township.
And I'll tell you right now, Brian, I'm surprised how much Haddon Township is really relying on the three ball. They have taken 12 three-pointers in the first 11 minutes of this game.
Inbounds pass tipped. Haddon Township comes up with it, though. In the corner, driving his Hart, spinning, left-handed layup is good. Hart has 6. 18-10 Wildwood on top.
They've taken 12 three-pointers and have made 0.
Here's Maddie McCracken holding against Grace Marshall. She better get rid of it. And almost had a 5-second violation. And now she gets it back from Jen Collins. Holding the dribble. Lobs right side to Mac McCracken. Comes out to Tatiana Alston. Alston holds. Hands off to Maddie McCracken. Maddie McCracken, shake and bake move at the foul line. Takes it right side. Dips in, goes back to McKenzie. McKenzie in the lane, floater off the glass, no good. Rebound brought down by Erin Rust. And Haddon Township, you can tell, is really starting to come out and pressure the perimeter defensively. Here's Marshall against Alston. Holding, lobs in the high post. Kicking out, 3-ball on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound Mackenzie McCracken. She wants to push, got it to Maddie. Maddie McCracken in the lane, backs it away, dribbles, drives, and had it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds.
At that time, Maddie McCracken, she was just determined she was going to take that ball to the hole. Unfortunate that she was able to dribble it off of inadvertently a Haddon Township player.
Here's Lugo, head of the circle.
Wildwood to retain possession.
Goes left side now to Young. Young fakes, tries to drive, goes back to Maddie. Deep 3, and it goes in and out. And Haddon Township the rebound. Here's Marshall running. Marshall through the lane, kicks out. Pass to the right elbow, jumper's no good. Long rebound to Maddie McCracken. Maddie McCracken doubled, loose on the floor. We have a jump ball possession to Wildwood. And you know, one of the things, buddy, Maddie McCracken's got a lot of experience, but she's still inexperienced in some ways. She's got to dribble with her head up. Tracy Young was ahead of the field with no one near her, and an outlet pass would have led to an easy layup.
I'm still impressed with Maddie tying up the ball for the jump ball using her left foot. But you're right.
Really could have been called a kicking violation. Here's Maddie McCracken.
You're right. She had
goes to McKenzie on the right side. McKenzie spinning top of the lane. Turns. Goes to Lugo. Lugo for 3. Bang! Wildwood by 11, 21-10.
The biggest lead of the game.
Marshall over to Hart. Hart lobs over to Rust. Rust holding, trying to drive. Goes back out to Hart. Hart backs it away. 2:39 to go in the half. Here's Roach. Lobs it over behind the screen. Hart for 3, short. Long rebound. Will go out of bounds. Wildwood will have it.
And again, Brian, now Haddon Township 0 for 14 from beyond the arc. They continue to launch threes, and they've been hard for Wildwood to defend when they drive to the basket.
Here's back McCracken on the right side. Backs it away, goes out to Tracy Young. Young holding, puts the ball on the floor. Holds the dribble, goes to Lugo. Lugo goes to Mac McCracken. Hands off to McKenzie between the circles. Drives left side, kicks to Lugo. Lugo fakes a 3. Maddie McCracken now behind the screen, goes to Young. Young driving, Young to the basket, floater, no good. Rebound, and we're gonna have a jump ball. Possession to Haddon Township.
And I'll tell you what, Tracy Young with a good strong move on that right baseline, unable to finish. But again, a shot is better than a turnover. Forces, and Mac McCracken does a good job tying it up. And what happens, that possession arrow changes.
Marshall against Lugo, takes it right side. Wildwood changes to man-to-man. They lob it in the post. Turning, firing, and scoring is Madison Bradley. 21-12 Wildwood on top. Mackenzie McCracken around a ball screen from her younger sister. Bounces back to Maddie. Maddie around a screen. Oh, dribbled right into a double team. We have a jump ball possession Wildwood.
And again, that was not a good decision by Maddie McCracken. Fortunately for Wildwood, that possession arrow had changed into their favor.
Mac McCracken to inbound. Lobs it in the backcourt to Maddie. Brings it up across the division line. Goes to Lugo. Lugo back to Maddie. Maddie takes it right side to Young. Young, 17-footer, no good, long. Long rebound. Jen Collins has it for Wildwood. Lugo goes to Jen Collins. A high pass. And now we have a timeout called by Wildwood. 1:12 to go, second quarter. 21-12, Wildwood on top. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Wildwood, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot. Wildwood a 21-12 lead over Haddon Township. 1:12 to go, second quarter. South Jersey Group 1 title game brought to you by Guatita. Good luck to all of the players in today's game for the Greater Wildwoods Tourism Improvement and Development Authority. Here's Mackenzie McCracken, lobs it in the backcourt to Maddie. Maddie will bring it up across the division line. Takes it right side, goes to Mack. Dribble handoff to Maddie. Maddie holds, goes to Mackenzie. Inside a minute to go now in the half. Mackenzie, left side, drives into the paint and didn't get the roll. Wow, what a great move, couldn't finish. Here's Marshall up for Haddon Township. Marshall holds, goes to Hart.
Big opportunity here for the Hawks.
Hart, head of the circle. Holds, goes high post to Roach. Roach kicks out. Now here's Hart again. Hart driving, hands off to Rust. Back in the corner to Hart. Back to Rust. Lost it, goes to Roach. Kicked in the corner, 3-ball on the way short. Long rebound, comes right to Rust, to the basket. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. Now it's Roach, brings it out for Haddon Township. 18 seconds to go. Lobs a pass to Hart. Hart picked up by Young. Oh, Hart got right to the basket and laid it in. No help side to speak of. 6 seconds to go. Here's Mac McCracken. Stops, spins, dips in, foul line, wild shot. No good as the buzzer sounds. But Wildwood will go into the half with a 21-14 lead after they led by as much as 11 in the first half. Back after a 3-minute timeout with the halftime report on 98.7 The Coast WCZT.
Just a reminder, please stay off the court. Please stay off the court. Concession stand is open. 15. They are
21-14, Wildwood leads Haddon Township at the half. South Jersey Group 1 Girls Championship game. Thanks for joining us on 98.7 The Coast. Also, if you're watching the live stream on YouTube, thanks for joining us as well. If you're looking for the live stream, go to YouTube and search Matt OCNJ, and you'll find it there. High school basketball on the Coast brought to you by the North Wildwood Recreation Center. They're a proud sponsor of high school sports and would like to commend all of the fine young athletes in the area for their hard work both on and off the court. For information on all camps and programs, call 522-2955 or visit northwildwood.com. The Alan Gould Law Firm. Alan Gould, attorney at law, is a proud supporter of the Wildwood High School Warriors. For more information on how Alan Gould and his team can help you, visit alangould.com. And Alan Gould showing his support for the Warriors, buddy, sitting right to our left.
And he had a hard time
row
getting
3.
2 tickets.
No, he's in the building. He's in the building. That's all that counts.
Absolutely.
At the half here, it is 21-14, Wildwood on top. For Haddon Township, Carly Hart has 8, Madison Bradley with 4, Grace Marshall with 2. For Wildwood, Mackenzie McCracken with 10, Michelle Lugo with 5, Tracy Young with 4, and Maddie McCracken with 2. And Wildwood with this 7-point lead at the half. Cape Assist and the Cape May County Healthy Community Coalition would like to wish all of the student athletes the best of luck today. If you'd like to get involved with the community, with the Healthy Community Coalition, please contact Natalia at Cape Assist at 609-522-5960.
And the halftime stats, the stat sheets are pretty even, Brian, with, you're going to see there's a couple glaring, differences. Wildwood shot 9 for 25 from the floor. They were 8 for 21 inside the arc, 1 for 4 from beyond. They had 15 rebounds as a team, 9 defensive, 6 offensive. They got to the foul line just twice, and that was Mac McCracken going 2 for 2. They turned it over 4 times. Now here's the big discrepancy for Haddon Township. Haddon Township trailing by 7. They shot 7 for 26 from the floor. All 7 of their field goals were 2-point field goals. They were 0 for 15 from beyond the arc. 7 of 11 from beyond. Now, as we
7
called,
from 11 inside.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes. Right. 7 for 11 inside the arc. And as we called and as we saw at the end of the first half, when Haddon Township takes the ball to the basket, they're pretty hard for Wildwood to defend. But they continue to shoot from the outside with a pretty poor percentage, 0 for 15. They've got 13 rebounds as a team, 7 defensive, 6 offensive. And because they're taking so many 3-point shots, they've yet to get to the foul line. So they haven't even gotten to the charity stripe, and they turned it over 8 times in the first half. If I'm Coach Tom Mulligan, I'm in that locker room right now, I think I need to make a very significant change in my game plan. My girls need to start taking the ball to the basket. Carly Hart, the junior, she's 4 of 5 from the floor. She scored on her last 4 field goal attempts, all layups.
So Wildwood leads at 21-14 at the half, and Wildwood, buddy, certainly made a concerted effort to defend the 3-point shot. In last year's state playoffs, Haddon Township torched them for 9 of them. So they certainly wanted to be aware of the 3-point shot.
And if you remember, Erin Rust, I think she had a career game as a sophomore. Erin Rust was outstanding last year, and she has yet to score. So, yes, I absolutely, that 0 for 15, a lot of it has to do with Wildwood doing a good job getting out to the perimeter and defending.
21-14, Wildwood on top. High school basketball on the Coast brought to you by Bannon's Ocean Cafe. They're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 7 a.m. till 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch. Bannon's Ocean Cafe is located at 333 East Montgomery Avenue in Wildwood. And if you stop in, make sure you say hello to Rich. He'll be the guy sitting at the counter all morning. Barber's Landscaping, servicing all of Cape May County. Log on to barberslandscaping.net for more info. Barber's Landscaping, the barber touch, where the grass really is greener. 21-14, Wildwood on top. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Come back with the start of the second half. South Jersey Group 1 Girls Championship game here on 98.7 The Coast. think they want it that way. Back at Wildwood High, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, 21-14. Wildwood on top of Haddon Township here at the half of the South Jersey Group 1 Girls Championship game. Brought to you on 98.7 The Coast by the Wildwood Department of Recreation and the Byrd Community Center. The Byrd Community Center is the place at the shore to find fun sports and recreation for any child of any age at any skill level. We are proud to support the boys and girls basketball teams in their quest for South Jersey championships this season. Go Warriors. Troiano and Sons, proud sponsor of Wildwood basketball teams. Whether you need masonry work, stone pavers, concrete, or more, call 522-3355 for a free estimate. The American Legion Post 184 and Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 955. Go Warriors. They are proud of their local students, and good luck in this year's playoffs. 21-14, Wildwood has the lead over Haddon Township in what is a very warm Warrior Gymnasium. And a sellout crowd here for the first ever South Jersey Championship game played in this gym. Haddon Township will have the basketball. Carly Hart will trigger the inbound right in front of our broadcast location. Here's Grace Marshall across the division line. Goes around a double screen right to the basket. Oh, missed the layup. Rebound Mackenzie McCracken. Takes it up the left side. Goes up across the division line. Holding, spinning, takes a bump, goes to Jen Collins, who bounces back to Maddie McCracken. Maddie backs away, foul line area. We have an illegal screen called on Wildwood, I believe. This official's all over the place with his call. He doesn't know what he's calling here. Now they finally get it to what his call is.
And that foul is going to be called.
There was no indication there that that foul was against Wildwood, but they give it to Haddon Township on an illegal screen. Here's Marshall. Around a double screen. Goes back out to Hart. Hart driving. Hart to the lane. Kicks out. Marshall backs away. In the corner. Lobbed in the post. Layup is no good. Layup again is good. That was Lindsay Roach. Now a 5-point game. Here's Maddie McCracken. Backs away, goes over to Michelle Lugo. Lugo holds, goes to Mackenzie in the corner. Crossover dribble, gets to the basket, had her shot blocked. Rebounds loose, picked up by Haddon Township. Pushing is Carly Hart. Hart holds. Against Maddie McCracken. Goes over to Erin Rust. Rust against Young. Rust spinning. Rust driving. Rust passing in the post. Kicked out. Hart to the right elbow. Goes in the corner. Rust holds. She drives. Lobs it down low, and the layup is good. Wildwood needs to go back to zone.
Well, and again, Tom Mulligan making that adjustment in the locker room, Brian. They're pounding the ball inside because they could not connect on threes in that first half. And right now, is Wildwood going to be able to defend that? And you're right.
21-18, Wildwood on top. Here's Maddie McCracken. Driving, stepping back, lost it momentarily, goes to Lugo, gets it back again. Got stripped from behind. Stolen by Haddon Township. Here comes Carly Hart. Right side, lobs in the post, stolen away by Tracy Young. Here's Mac McCracken, stops, goes to Maddie. Maddie steps back for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound to Roach. And Roach gets it to Carly Hart.
And Maddie McCracken yet to score in this game.
Now she's got two, bud. Here's Grace Marshall. Marshall holds between the circles. Got it to Bradley. Bradley backs away. Bradley goes right side. Swung over to Hart for three. Air ball. Go out of bounds.
Carly Hart, who is the leading scorer for the Hawks in tonight's game, is now 0 of 8 from beyond the arc.
Here's Maddie McCracken up across the division line. Lobs to Tracy Young, left side. Young steps in, 17-footer off, no good, long, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, see, Tracy Young that time, all right, she misses those shots. She shoots an air ball, but she can't turn around, look up at the sky for eternal help. She's got to follow her shot and get into the flow. There's way too much game left to worry about that. Just get after it, get the ball back.
Haddon Township with the ball. They've scored the first 4 of the second half. It's 21-18. Driving is Russ to the basket. Layup no good. Rebound brought down by Roach. Ripped out of there. Wow, an early whistle on a jump ball. And they're going to give it to Wildwood, though. Looked like Mackenzie McCracken had ripped it out of there, but the official's whistle came first. Here is Maddie McCracken across the timeline. Dribbles left side, goes to Mackenzie, backs up for 3. Bad shot. Rebound Young, got it back out to Maddie. Maddie doubled, flips it to Mackenzie. Couldn't keep it in bounds, now it goes out of bounds. We're going to say off of Wildwood. And it looked like a Haddon Township player was digging for the loose ball.
It actually looked like she dove on it and slid out of bounds with it.
Here's Marshall. Left side around a screen. Takes it to the wing. Backs away. Marshall against Lugo. Backdoor pass. Down low. Trapped was Hart and got it out to Marshall. Marshall to Hart right side against Jen Collins.
And right now, Brian, Haddon Township.
Jen Collins and over the back call, and now they get a foul on Mackenzie McCracken.
And that's going to be Mac McCracken. That's going to be her second. Boy, Coach Triano is not happy with this one official whatsoever.
They get a screen for the screener. Roach missed the layup. Rebound, Mackenzie McCracken. Check that. That was Bradley who missed the layup. Mackenzie McCracken driving to the paint, and she took it too far, and a bad shot, and now we have a foul on Wildwood. Oh no, they're going to say a foul on Haddon Township's Bradley with a push on McCracken.
I think right now Wildwood needs a timeout. They are very, very discombobulated.
They still lead by 3, 2:19 to go third quarter.
And Haddon Township's on an 8-0 run going back to the...
Bad pass by Mackenzie McCracken, threw it away. Here's Carly Hart driving, stepping back, kicks. Erin Rust fakes, drives to the basket, off the glass and good. 1-point game. Maddie McCracken drives, stops at the foul line, to the basket. Wild shot, but the hook shot went in. And Wildwood need a basket.
Look what I found, and that was just in time. That ends a 10-0 run by the Hawks.
Marshall for 3, short, rebound right to Haddon Township, knocked out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it went off of a Haddon Township player's leg and out of bounds.
And right now, Wildwood, that's a big break for the Lady Warriors. 2:36 to go, third quarter. Haddon Township coach Tom Mulligan not happy. He's in the official's ear.
I thought a couple 50-50 calls, maybe not even 50-50, 60-40 went against Wildwood. Now we have a foul on a jump shooter as Erin Rust reaches in, and Mackenzie McCracken will go to the line for 2 shots. But a couple of calls that Wildwood thought they should have gotten, they didn't get early in the period. Now there's a couple calls that Haddon Township thought they should have gotten that have gone Wildwood's way. Mackenzie makes the first.
Mackenzie McCracken is the only player in this game that has gone to the foul line for either team.
Second free throw is good. She's got 12. Here's Erin Rust. Across the division line. Holds against Jen Collins.
And Haddon Township's going to run Duke for Roach.
Here is Bradley. Bradley goes to Roach. Roach an elbow jumper, no good. Rebound, Mackenzie McCracken. Check that, Maddie McCracken on the rebound. Brings it across the division line, stops, backs away, lobs to her sister. Mackenzie drives, shot up, blocked. Haddon Township the rebound, loose on the floor. Now we're going to have a traveling violation, I believe, yes, on Erin Rust.
And Erin Rust, the senior, just looks at the official and starts laughing. Kind of in disbelief that she got called for a travel instead of someone from Wildwood getting called for a foul.
Here's Maddie McCracken, right side, behind the back dribble, double teamed. Bounce to Jen Collins, hands off to Mac McCracken. Mac McCracken to Maddie. Maddie backs up, fires a three, short. Rebound comes down to Hart. Check that was Rust on the rebound. Here's Hart across the division line. Hands off to Grace Marshall. 25-20 Wildwood, 1:19 to go in the quarter. Here's Roach in the post. Passes across, elbow jumper is no good. Rebound Jen Collins, got it to Lugo. Lugo to Maddie McCracken. Up the right side, backs away, goes to Mac. Mac driving, elbow jumper, she's fouled. Good play by Mackenzie McCracken. She felt Marshall coming toward her and went up for the shot, and Marshall bumped her.
And Grace Marshall, the junior leading scorer on the season for this Haddon Township team, she picks up her third team foul.
First free throw by Mackenzie McCracken's no good. Shannon Walsh comes in for Haddon Township.
Madison Bradley, the sophomore, goes to the bench.
Second free throw by Mac McCracken. That one's good. That free throw a moment ago was her first miss. She's 5 for 6. Wildwood by 6. Inside a minute to go, third quarter. South Jersey Group 1 championship game. Left side, here's a steal. Mackenzie McCracken picks up the steal. Running to the basket ahead of Marshall and lays it up and in. Wildwood back up by 8. Here's Marshall against Lugo. 40 seconds to go in the period. Shannon Walsh right side. Holds. Comes over to Erin Rust. Rust. Three ball by Carly Hart. That's long. Rebound to Jen Collins. Mac McCracken on the left side. Wildwood wants to hold for one with 24 seconds to go in the period.
Well, Wildwood was up 7 at the half. Now up 8.
Here's Maddie McCracken. Takes it right side. 10 seconds to go. Here's Mac. Dribbles. Drives. Lost the handle. It's loose. Batted around. It comes out. Will Wildwood get a shot? No. But they restore their lead. Haddon Township had cut it to 3. And Wildwood finishes the quarter on a 7-2 surge. And they lead at 28-20. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Wildwood, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotton. And after Haddon Township went on a 6-0 run to start the third quarter, Wildwood responds by scoring the last 7 points of the period. They actually lead going into the fourth by a greater margin than they had at halftime. They lead it by 8 at 28-20. Haddon Township will have possession to start the fourth quarter. Carly Hart will inbound for Tom Mulligan's team. The Haddon Township Hawks trailing by 8. Wildwood goes back to zone. Here's Marshall. Marshall around a ball screen. Backs away. Marshall still holding. Takes it right side. Flips it back out to Rust. Aaron Rust holds. Ball on the floor against Young. Takes it right side. Aaron Rust driving to the baseline. Kicks out. Carly Hart for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Aaron Rust in the corner. Backs it away. In the corner, Rust now fakes a three. In the post. And the layup is good by Lindsay Roach. She has 6 points all in the second half. 28-22 Wildwood. Here's Mackenzie McCracken. Goes to Tracy Young. Hands off to Maddie. Maddie against Marshall. Goes right side to Lugo. Lugo to Mac McCracken at the right elbow. Turns, fires off the glass. Didn't get the roll. Rebound brought down by Lindsay Roach. Here comes Haddon Township trailing by 6.
6:43 to play.
Here's Marshall, right side. Marshall in the corner to Rust. Rust driving. Rust in the post. Pass down low, and Roach's layup is good.
What a great pass from Aaron Rust. She found Roach wide open on the right side.
Here's Young. Young holding. Takes it to the foul line area. Bounces. Nearly stolen away. It was kicked into the backcourt by Haddon Township inadvertently. That's why it wasn't a violation. Ball goes out of bounds, and Wildwood will have it. Leading by 4 at 28-24. 6:19 to go in the South Jersey Group 1 championship game. Maddie McCracken across the division line. Goes to her sister Mac. Around a screen. Fires an 18-footer. Got it.
One official wanted to raise his arms and give her a three, but the right call was made.
Here's Marshall driving. Tough shot off the glass. Rebound Roach, and her follow is good. Lindsay Roach is keeping Haddon Township in this game.
Well, now there is a little confusion, Brian. It wasn't
We're going to keep it here during this timeout.
Now the scoreboard is acknowledging that was a three-point shot.
I think they're going to change it back. But right now they say 31-26. But let's see what it says. 5:50 to go in the fourth. And we're going to keep it here. And high school basketball on the coast. Brought to you by The Hardware Store. Everything you need to be ready for the spring is at The Hardware Store. A proud supporter of local athletes, located at 105 West Astor in Wildwood Crest, the city of Wildwood. Good luck to all the local students in this year's state playoffs. On behalf of Mayor Ernie Troiano, Commissioner Pete Byron, Commissioner Tony Leonetti, and all of the city employees, the Wildwood Education Foundation, a blue ribbon school that is proud to serve its students inside and out of the classroom. Go Warriors. So 31-26, Wildwood on top. They do record that shot from Mackenzie McCracken as a three. So she has 18 points, and Wildwood leads it by 5 with 5:50 to go.
And obviously in a game like this, 1 point is going to be pivotal. And right now that is in Wildwood's favor. 31-26, as Brian said, Wildwood inbounding the ball.
Here's Maddie McCracken. Across the division line, left side. Goes to Mac on the left wing, right in front of Coach Dave Troiano. Out to Michelle Lugo. Lugo dribbles right side, looks for Mac, gets it to her on the right wing. Driving, the baseline, she is fouled. Hand check foul called on Aaron Rust. That'll be the fourth team foul on Haddon Township.
Second personal foul on Aaron Rust.
Wildwood to inbound, leading by 5, 5:32 to go in the game. Maddie having trouble getting it in, lobs it to Mac. Driving to the basket, no good. Wild shot, there was some contact, but you're not going to get that call. Stolen away by Maddie McCracken, and now we have a foul. And that's going to go against Rust.
And you're not going to get that call because, as Brian described, that shot was out of control. It wasn't like Mac McCracken was going strong to the basket. Now Erin Rust is going to have to check out of the game.
I think she might have blood, buddy.
On her shin.
Yeah, so she's got to go out. And checking in is Madison Bradley. Mackenzie McCracken will inbound along the sideline. 5:23 to go. Wildwood leading at 31-26. Wildwood bidding for its first South Jersey title since 2008. Maddie McCracken through a double team. Backs away against Marshall. Hands off to Mackenzie McCracken. Guarded by Shannon Murphy. Maddie McCracken. Holding. Around a screen. Takes it right wing. Driving to the paint. Floater, no good but a foul. But she'll get 2 shots.
And again, that was a good decision that time by Maddie McCracken, the sophomore. She did not have a good angle per se to finish that shot, but she was able to beat her defender off of the dribble, knowing she was going to draw contact.
First free throw is no good. Hit every part of the rim and fell off.
Madison Bradley picks up that foul. That's her second. And Brian, that's the 6th team foul against the Hawks. So Wildwood will be at the line.
Second free throw is good. Wildwood showing full court pressure. Marshall nearly threw it away. And now here's Marshall trying to work against a double team. She did throw it away. She was looking for Erin Rust. And Rust really should have stayed hanging back. And Rust was running down the floor, and it's a turnover.
Well, and that's what happens. Wildwood decides to press after the free throws.
Here's Maddie McCracken across the division line. Center of the floor. Bounces to Mack. Mack left side at the foul line. Spins, dips in. Lugo. Back out to Maddie.
Wise decision.
Inside. As we get inside 4 minutes, 35 seconds to play. Timeout Wildwood. Timeout Wildwood. 4:34 to go. 32-26, they lead it. Back after the, no, we're going to keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
And that was an even wiser decision by Coach Dave Triano to call that timeout to settle his girls down so they can set something up and get some direction, Brian, on how they want to play through this possession and get, 4:34 to go. It's a 2-possession game. Wildwood on top by 6.
Wow.
16 fouls against Haddon Township. So the Lady Warriors are going to go to the line for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and in a low-scoring game, buddy, it would be huge if Wildwood could score on this possession and up their lead to 8. As you said, Haddon Township is a good 3-point shooting team that's having a bad night. They could easily knock down 3 or 4 over the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, they're 0 for 19 at this point.
Here's
the percentages are with them.
Here's Mackenzie McCracken to inbound for Wildwood. Lobs it out to Maddie. Maddie between the circles, holding against Grace Marshall. Takes it left side. Marshall stripped it. Marshall to the basket. Layup is good. Here's Maddie against Marshall. Takes it up across the division line. Maddie holding, goes to Mack. Mack down the lane to the basket. Layup is good.
Wow, what a tough, strong move. Mac McCracken drew all kinds of contact.
Restores the 6-point lead. Here's Rust on the right side for Haddon Township. Goes back out to Marshall. Wildwood's back in man-to-man. Marshall around a screen for 3. It's short. Rebound Tracy Young. Hands off to Mackenzie McCracken. Wildwood by 6 with 3:45 to go in the game. Maddie McCracken up the left side. Wildwood's going to try to ice the game here with their delay offense. Tracy Young with it on the wing. Goes to Maddie McCracken. Maddie to Mackenzie. They do a V cut at the foul line and look for back doors if the defense overplays. Here's Young holding. Young on the floor, hands off to Mack. Mack is bumped and fouled, and she'll go to the line. I believe that's the 4th foul on Erin Rust, too, buddy.
And that's what that is, Brian. That's the 4th personal foul on the senior, Aaron Rust.
Mackenzie McCracken with 20. She'll go to the line for a huge 1-and-1.
Tatiana Austin checks in for Jen Collins.
First free throw by Wildwood, 3:17 to go in the 4th.
Mackenzie McCracken tickling the twine.
Second free throw does exactly the same, 36-28. Here's Haddon Township.
And there's that 8-point lead you were talking about.
Here's
Brian.
Hart. Pass tipped, and it's loose, and it's going to go off of Haddon Township and out of bounds. Diving for the loose ball was Rust as she landed on the sideline.
But who makes that play happen?
Tatiana Alston coming off the bench. Timeout on the floor. 3:07 to go in the 4th. Wildwood 36. Haddon Township 28. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And now, you know the name of the game if you're Wildwood is take care of the ball and make free throws. Up 8 with 3:07 to go. And they'll have the ball out of the timeout. They'll inbound right at Haddon Township's bench.
And I don't want to, you don't want to talk about, but you do, how important free throws are and taking care of the basketball. And as we saw, last night, unfortunately, it was the kiss of death for the Middle Township Lady Panthers. They were not able to convert free throws down the stretch. Therefore, they couldn't protect the lead. And with 5 seconds to go, they lose on a heartbreaking shot. And that's not something, right here, right now, with the way Haddon Township is shot from
Wildwood to inbound.
Shot from the perimeter.
Here's Maddie McCracken in the backcourt. Across the division line, takes a bump, backs away with the dribble, hands off to Mack. Mack spins away from pressure. Wildwood going to a different kind of delay offense here. A triple stack over at the left side. Here's Mack McCracken. It's the same triple stack that Middle Township runs. Over to Maddie. Oh, got to throw that ball to the outside hand. Almost a turnover. Here's Mack. 2:40 to go in the game. Mack holds the dribble, backs away to break a 5-second count, goes to Maddie. Maddie is fouled by Grace Marshall. Maddie McCracken to the line for a 1-and-1. She's 1 for 2 from the line in the game.
And Grace Marshall, she's going to pick up her 3rd personal foul. That's going to be the 8th team foul against the Hawks.
Maddie McCracken's free throw is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 37-28, 2:35 to go in the 4th. Second free throw. That one's good. Wildwood, a 10-point lead. Here comes Hart as Wildwood goes back to man-to-man. Hart holds. Takes it right side. 2:23 to go. Hart lost the dribble. Got it out to Rust. Rust back to Hart. Baseline jumper rejected by Mackenzie McCracken and out of bounds. 2:15 to go. Wildwood by 10. Haddon Township to inbound. Having trouble. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Wildwood as they tip it away.
And again, Mackenzie McCracken defending the Hawk, taking the ball out of bounds, swatted it right back at her.
Here's a near steal by Tracy Young. That ball needed to be a bounce pass to Murphy, and it wasn't. It goes out of bounds. 2:13 to go now.
And Wildwood just doing a real good job defending these out-of-bound plays.
Here's Marshall around a double staggered screen. Backs up for 3. No good. Rebound Maddie McCracken for Wildwood. They lead by 10. We are now inside 2 minutes to go. Hands off to Mack. Mack backs away to break a 5-second count. Goes over to Maddie. Maddie holds, flips to Tracy Young. 1:50 to go. Young is fouled. She'll go to the line for a 1-and-1.
And that foul is going to be called on Shannon Walsh. Her first, team's 9th.
Here is Tracy Young for a huge 1-and-1. No good. Off Mac McCracken, the rebound. Loose on the floor, picked up by Haddon Township. Marshall wants to push. Marshall right side drives to the basket. No good but a foul. And Marshall will get 2 shots. And these are the first free throws for Haddon Township. Mackenzie McCracken, after getting that rebound, but he would have done well to just call a timeout.
And that foul's going to be called on Tracy Young. That's her first.
Grace Marshall to the line for 2. Free throw is good.
Just the 3rd team foul here in the second half against the Lady Warriors.
Second free throw is also good. Timeout, Haddon Township. No, check out. Sorry, sub into the game. And the sub is Jamie Sutera. Wildwood to inbound. Tracy Young throws the home run ball to Mackenzie McCracken to the basket. No good but a foul. They call the foul before the shot anyway, and she's going to go to the line for 2 shots. So Wildwood being aggressive against that pressure defense.
And that foul is going to be on Carly Hart, the junior for the Hawks. She picks up her first. That's the 10th team foul. So the Lady Warriors will be shooting 2 for the rest of this game. 1:36 to play. 38-30. Wildwood on top.
First free throw's no good. You have a Haddon Township fan who obviously doesn't understand the game very well, yelling about the fouls that they're 10-3. Haddon Township has been fouling basically on purpose for the last couple of minutes. So kind of throw that out. Mack makes 1. 39-30, 1:32 to go. Marshall for 3, short, rebound, taken in the corner by Haddon Township. Loose, they get it down low, passed across to Murphy. That goes in and out, rebound Mackenzie McCracken. Got it over to Maddie, 1:15 to go, Wildwood by 9. Maddie, she better get it across the timeline, she finally does. Got it over to Mack with 1:05 to go. Mack is fouled by Carly Hart.
Carly Hart's going to pick up her second personal foul, and as we said, Haddon Township is over the limit. Mac McCracken at the line for shooting 2.
First one is good. This one to make it an 11-point game with 1:04 to go in the game.
And it will match Wildwood's biggest lead.
Second free throw is good.
Since the Warriors led 21-10.
1 minute to go. Driving to the basket, spinning, no good. Rebound, loose, taken by Haddon Township. Hart for 3, no. Rebound, Mac McCracken. Mac McCracken dribbles out. 47 seconds to go. Wildwood by 11. Across the division line. To the basket, she bring it out, still holding the dribble. Still holding the dribble, and now she's finally fouled. And ladies and gentlemen, Wildwood is on its way to win its first South Jersey championship in 9 seasons. Mackenzie McCracken to the line for 2 shots with 32 seconds to go. Leading by 11.
And that foul on Grace Marshall, that was her 4th.
Free throw was no good. More than anything was just the fact that Wildwood took so much time off the clock there. At this point with an 11-point lead, the free throws aren't as critical. Second one is good. Substitution into the game. Tatiana Alston will come in for Michelle Lugo. Haddon Township to inbound, trailing by 12. They get it in, Wildwood pressuring. Here's Sutera dribbling against Maddie McCracken. 27 seconds to go. Sutera holds. Loose. Got it in the paint. And a foul on Tracy Young. Tracy Young should have just let Madison Bradley score there. But Bradley will go to the line for 2 shots with 18 seconds left in a 12-point game. 12-point lead for Wildwood.
And that's going to be the second personal foul on Tracy Young. And Brian, the telltale statistic, Haddon Township 0 for 23 from beyond the arc.
Free throws no good. Haddon Township getting some subs in the game now. Grayson Mooney, a sophomore. Bradley's second free throw is good. Timeout. Haddon Township will keep it here. 42-31, Wildwood on top with 18 seconds to go, and we just had a power outage in here. Being told a storm's in the area. Our power over here is fine, but it's the power over on the other side. I think somebody may have just stepped on an outlet. Perhaps it was Rich Hans reaching down for the third hot dog that he's got behind the scorer's table, buddy.
Absolutely. It's amazing how the end of the season, Rich Hans has become more Frank Servino-like. Maybe it's got something to do with that restaurant opening.
Yep. Wildwood ahead 42-31 with 18 seconds to go. Wildwood will inbound. Tracy Young to trigger it. Gets it into Maddie McCracken. Dribbles through a double team. 15 seconds to go. Looks like Haddon Township will elect not to foul. Maddie McCracken with it. Takes it right side. And now we have a 5-second violation called on Wildwood. But it's all academic with 5 seconds to go. 42-31. Wildwood on top. Haddon Township across the division line. Marshall for 3. She won't get it off. And Wildwood has won the South Jersey Group 1 championship, beating Haddon Township 42-31. And we will take a 2-minute timeout. Come back and wrap this one up with some 7 to Coast WCZT. What did they shoot on threes, bud?
0 for 20.
Wow. Derek, if you can hear me, please play the bumper coming back. I can barely hear these commercials. It's so loud in here. right, back at Wildwood, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and 42-31, the Wildwood High School girls basketball team wins its 9th South Jersey title overall, their first since 2008, as they beat Haddon Township 42-31. Behind another tremendous performance by senior Mackenzie McCracken with 26 points. She had 10 of them in the fourth quarter. Maddie McCracken had 7, Michelle Lugo with 5, Tracy Young with 4. For Haddon Township, Lindsay Roach had 10, Grace Marshall with 6. 5 points for Madison Bradley and 2 points for Aaron Rust. Wildwood goes to 24-4. They will play Bound Brook or Shore Regional in the state semifinal game on Thursday at 4 p.m. at Deptford High School. We will bring you that game here on 98.7 The Coast. We may have to get our GM, Bob Maschio, to send us a note so we can get out of work early to be able to go up and set up.
Absolutely.
But,
absolutely.
You know, Buddy, the story of this game, besides of the fact that the composure that Wildwood showed with the lead in the fourth quarter, but, you know, Haddon Township beat Wildwood last year in a state playoff game at home, and they made 9 3-pointers in the game. And you got the stats on what they shot tonight.
And Brian, obviously, you know, tonight, Haddon Township, known for their three-point shooting, shot 0 for 23 from beyond the arc. I mean, that is really unfathomable. I mean, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn. And tonight, the Hawks just could not throw the ball literally. They were so close to the ocean, they couldn't throw it in the ocean. They were 0 for 23, and they shot 14 for 51 from the floor, 14 for 28 inside the arc, 0 for 23 from beyond. And you know, that sums up this game in a nutshell. Rebounding-wise, Wildwood out-rebounded Haddon Township 24-23. The Lady Warriors shot 15 for 40, 13 for 32 inside the arc, 2 for 8 from beyond. They turned it over 11 times. Haddon Township turned it over 13 times. And Wildwood got to the foul line 19 times, making 14.
All right, here's Wildwood coach Dave Troiano with us. And Coach, congratulations. And, you know, the first thing we have to say is, you know, last year, Haddon Township made 9 threes on you up there and you know, really kind of blew you out of the gym with the way they could shoot. You hold them to 0 for 23 from beyond the arc. You got to be proud of your kids.
Certainly am, and that's all we stressed, Brian, all week. We had to defend the 3. I mean, they got some open looks, and I got on them a little bit about that at halftime. I mean, we were lucky they were missing them. But the kids wanted this so bad, and especially for the seniors. Last game here at this place, it's just a phenomenal feeling, and the crowd was just electric, and thrilled to death.
Coach, talk a little bit about the start of the game and how important, because we have seen this not just by your girls, but the Middle Township as well. Teams have been getting off to poor starts. Your team has been guilty of that as well. That first quarter, when you come out flat, then you got to expend all that energy to get back into the game. You know, how relieved were you when you could you feel that in the locker room that tonight was going to be a different start to the way this game was going to begin?
Yes, somewhat. I mean, the kids, they seemed loose to me. You know, they did. But there was a certain amount of confidence with this team. And you really can't pinpoint any one thing. Just a feeling that I had, that I felt that if we played the way we're capable of playing, we were going to win this one.
You know, you have to, once again, it all starts with Mackenzie McCracken, and you know, we've seen her dynamic offensive abilities. I think as a senior, the thing that's probably taken her to another level has been her will to win, don't you think?
Oh, there is no question about it, Brian. her will to win. So many times this season she's taken the team on her shoulders, and it's, you know, and it's something, again, you can't teach that. It comes from within.
You know, you had some kids in the first half, especially Michelle Lugo knocks down a 3. Tracy Young hits a 17-foot jumper. They were leaving her wide open. And those were critical shots to kind of open up the defense a little bit, don't you think?
Yes, they were. And we were preaching to the other ones. I expected Tom to, you know, at least double Mac or whatever, but I knew people were going to be open. The center, the middle was jammed up. They tried to take away her drive. So I said, you got to shoot the ball.
And, Coach, we talked about that in that first half, in that first quarter. Tracy Young, she shot 1 for 4. She made her 4th attempt. But the shots that she was taking, they were good shots because it gave you opportunities for putbacks instead of a turnover.
Exactly. And, you know, that's what we have to do because, I mean, teams have scouted us, and they know who our scorers are. And we just have to get some production from other people, and we got it.
Dave, you and I talked about this the other day, but, you know, when you won South Jersey in 2008, and, you know, you had to face a charter school in a Group 1 final that was drawing from all over the city of Newark, and you lost the game after a great effort. Team, I think, was ranked top 10 in the state, and you were in a 6-point game in the 4th quarter. But, you know, you were kind of resigned to the fact that you weren't sure if you were going to get back to this level again. You know, you were looking around at the island. There weren't a ton of great basketball players. You know, one of your things that you had before, you had so much depth. You don't have it now, but, you know, you got a couple of, you got a superstar, a budding superstar, some good role players, and it was enough to get you another South Jersey championship. And I know, you know, you weren't so sure you'd have a chance to get another one of these, were you?
No doubt about it. But, you know, midway through the season, when we went through that 13-game winning streak, I mean, there was a feeling, a chemistry about this team that I kept saying there were games that we did not play well in the first half, quite a few. And like the Millville game, and we were down 10 and go into the 4th quarter, I just was confident that this team is going to find a way to win, and it's, hey, we're going to play again Thursday.
And that's a unique thing, too, like Brian was talking about. We talk about, you know, small island, small athletes to draw from, and what an atmosphere Wildwood was able to enjoy this year between the boys team going on that run, the girls team doing, I don't want to say what's become the norm, so to speak, but, you know, you guys are known.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and people, there's people around the area who think that this Wildwood High School community is dying off a little bit. And if you were in this gym over the last couple of weeks, I think it's actually larger than it's ever been.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I know that makes the mayor happy, standing right over here.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah.
Well, the reason I think the reason he's here, we've been here so much, he might be ready to hand us a tax bill. Yeah, we're like domiciled here at half court.
It's in the mail.
He's ready to start the parade. Now, that was my other.
You want to bring the girls over?
My curious question.
All right.
Curious question. He talks whenever he wants to because he's the mayor, right?
All right. Just want to give a shout out to my wife who's home. She's not feeling well. She couldn't be here. I love you, honey. I'll be home soon.
And I know you're not feeling well at all either. I know you caught the flu a little bit over the weekend. We're going to let you go. Congratulations. I know you want to get in there and celebrate.
All right, thank you.
There's a lot of people here that want to talk to you. Dave Troiano, Wildwood's head coach. Congratulations on the South Jersey Group 1 championship as they beat Haddon Township 42-31.
Do we get to continue this broadcast on the back of one of the fire engines?
I don't know. Is that one of those ones? That one probably better just go internet only. All right, so that's going to do it from here. And congratulations to the Lady Warriors here from Wildwood. They win the 2017 South Jersey Group 1 championship. They beat Haddon Township 42-31, winning their first South Jersey title since 2008. For Derek back at the studio, for all of our fine sponsors and my partner Buddy Tarbotton, I'm Brian Kniff. Thanks for joining us. We will have the state semifinal game on Thursday at 4 p.m. from Deptford High School right here on the coast. But that'll do it from Wildwood High. 42-31, Wildwood beats Haddon Township, wins the South Jersey Group 1 championship. This has been high school basketball, 98.7 The Coast, WCZT.
I don't know what we're doing. here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the water. I need it. I've been dehydrated all
God.
week.
Fine,
I got
sit
piss
here.
like a motherfucker.
Me too. But you know what? I'd rather be